Bosley just wanted to run his annual event, something he'd poured nearly a decade into building. This wasn't just a date on the calendar. It was tradition, a family-friendly space where neighbors could gather, share food, laugh together, shop from local vendors, and enjoy live performances in peace. No drama, no backroom games, no ego trips, just real community love. And in times like these, that kind of genuine space is rare. But instead of helping, or at least staying out of the way, Tiffany made it her personal mission to shut it all down. Not because the event was unsafe, not because it lacked permits, not because it posed any harm. Nope. Her only issue was that for one single day, the spotlight wouldn't be on her. That's the real reason. Don't let her date conflict excuse fool you. This was no coincidence. Bosley had his event secured months in advance. Vendors booked, permits approved, flyers printed, promotions already live. And then Tiffany swoops in, out of nowhere, scheduling her own event on the exact same day, without a call, without a heads up, without even pretending to play fair. And when people confronted her, she didn't apologize. She didn't take accountability. She doubled down. Tiffany actually had the audacity to say, he could just move it to my spot. Move it? Move months of preparation, weeks of vendor commitments, hard-earned permits that cost time and money. Just to make her look good? That's not leadership. That's lunacy. That's like playing chess with Uno cards and calling yourself a genius. The arrogance was staggering. But she wasn't done, because Tiffany didn't just double-book the day. She escalated. She sent out barricades. Not for safety, not for crowd control, but strategically placed a choke off the flow of Bosley's event. And here's the kicker. Those weren't her resources. Those were taxpayer-funded resources. City-owned equipment, staff being paid with public money, all weaponized to sabotage her own community's event. That's not leadership. That's not even politics. That's flat-out abuse of power. A giant red flag waving in everyone's face. But here's where Tiffany miscalculated. People finally started calling it what it is, bullying, because that's exactly what this was. And the thing about bullies? Eventually, the laughs stop, the claps fade, and the crowd starts keeping receipts. And make no mistake, this isn't her first bad day in office. This is a pattern. Same playbook, different scene. Like that so-called charity march to Springfield. Fox 32 pulled the receipts, and the truth came out. It wasn't charity. It wasn't grassroots. It was a clout parade funded with taxpayer money. And let's be real, you don't rent buses, order matching shirts, and bring a professional camera crew with public dollars if your goal is service. That's not outreach. That's narcissism dressed as activism. That's the Tiffany brand. Keep the cameras rolling, keep your name on the flyer, and make sure the check is written by someone else. The taxpayers. The same people she claims to care about. And if I could tell Tiffany one thing, it would be this. Get it together, because this isn't power. This is chaos disguised as leadership. While real people are grinding day after day to uplift the community, Tiffany is too busy burning bridges and calling it strategy. She swings hammers not to build, but to block. She closes doors not to protect, but to control. And every time she's confronted, she leans on the same tired, hollow line. I care about the people, but the way she says it, no conviction, no eye contact, like someone reading a script for a role they didn't even audition for. Empty words, empty heart, but a bank account that's anything but empty. Because here's the kicker. Tiffany was already pulling in nearly $400,000 a year between salary and perks. $400,000. And somehow, that still wasn't enough. Instead of serving the very people funding her lifestyle, she turned her office into a personal ATM, handing $100,000 to her boyfriend Leotis, feeding contracts to her inner circle, deals for friends, favor after favor, turning public service into a private family business. And that's not leadership. It's looting in broad daylight. And even with all that money flowing her way, Tiffany still managed to fumble it. That's the kind of greed where you're not even good at being corrupt. You're sloppy. And sloppy leaves trails. Trails that anyone with eyes can follow. Now the village of Dolton? Dead silent. No statements. No press conferences. Just crickets. Meanwhile, the park district president is the one stepping up, threatening lawsuits, not just against Tiffany personally, but against the entire village government that keeps enabling her mess, and honestly, they should. Because Tiffany has blown past so many legal and ethical lines at this point. The map doesn't even bother showing them anymore. She acts like it's a game, stacking violation on top of violation, just to see how high the tower can go before it topples. And when reporters finally press her for answers, her defense, almost laughable, she shrugs and says, "It's not me being sued, it's the village." Really? That's her excuse? Imagine steering a ship straight into an iceberg and telling the crew, "Well, technically, it's the boat that's sinking, not me." That's the level of delusion we're dealing with. But here's where things get real. She might be ducking cameras now. She might be hiding from journalists who aren't on her payroll. But the feds? Oh, they're not fooled. They know exactly where she is. And unlike Dolton, they don't move on Tiffany time. They've got patience. They've got receipts. They've got wire transfers, paper trails, and testimony from people who used to ride with her, but are now watching the walls close in. And when the feds move in, it won't be with warnings. It'll be with warrants. Quiet, cold, final. Let her keep playing make-believe. Let her keep throwing her little ribbon cuttings, hosting staged events, smiling for Instagram like nothing's wrong. Let her keep pretending she's untouchable because she's been in power so long she's forgotten the truth. Power isn't permanent. It never is. And when that knock finally comes, and trust me it will, she won't see it coming. The cameras won't be there to protect her. They'll be there to record her fall. And that's the truth. Mama loves you. Stay woke. Stay sharp. Stay dangerous. Peace.